third graders, the day is here. This is the day that you choose your favorite poem that you had written these last few weeks. Maybe your alliteration tongue twister really made you laugh, or maybe you're really proud of the rhyming poem that you created, or you have a beautiful haiku that you'd love to share. Whatever it is that you choose, just make sure that it is important to you and you are proud of your work. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to publish your poetry in Google Drawing. I know Mr. Casal and your classroom teachers have talked to you a little bit about this already, but I wanted to create something that just in case you get stuck, you can go back to. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into your writing folder. Make sure that you are not just in the main page of Drive, but you are in the writing folder before you press the new button. When you press the new button, it might be a pop-up that says, do you want to share? And it's yes, because that way your teacher and Mr. Casal and I can all have access to this new work that you do. Once you're in, you're going to click when you see the new, you're going to see lots of different things here, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, but you're going to notice that there isn't a Google Drawing. So when you press more, you're going to see there's all these other options. And finally, you'll see Google Drawings. So go ahead and click Google Drawings. And the first thing that you should do is that you should name your file. So you're going to name it either poetry or the name of your poem. Whatever you name it, please be sure you will remember that that's what it is. So you will be able to go back and find it, and so that your teachers will be able to find your work and know that that's your poetry, so that when we need to help you edit and revise, we know what file to go to. The next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to take you out of my presentation and get you into an actual Google Drawing. So this is one of my own that I have set up. I've named it poetry, and I have already typed up my poem in a Google document. So I have the text already. But if you don't have text already because you hand wrote your poem or you put it directly on Seesaw, just go ahead and type right into Google Drawing with a text box and you'll be totally fine. So I see this like blank space, and I want to fill that blank space with something that reminds me of my poem and that will go with my poem. Now, there's a few different options. One thing you can do is you can create shapes, and you can create flowers and trees and basketballs or whatever it is by manipulating the colors and using lines. And that is going to be great. But one thing that I wanted to show you is that you can also insert pictures. So if you go to Insert Image, you have a few choices. One is that you can upload from your computer. So if you have downloaded anything and it's on your downloads or on your desktop, that's where you're going to grab it from. You can also search the web, and I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute. But if you've saved anything on Drive, that is where you'll get that. And you can also use your Chromebook or your iPad and take a picture directly to go right into Google Drawings right from this camera button. The one I want to talk to you today about is called Search the Web. So when I click on this, I can search the web. You see, I've already searched what I wanted. So I'm going to do my poem about that lilac bud that I saw. Now the lilac flower is starting to arrive. So I'm going to do a lilac poem. So maybe I want a lilac flower, and I'm going to search through and think which one is the best that's going to go the nicest with my own poem. So let's see, after looking at my choices, you know what? I like this one. So I can either select it and insert, or I can just drag it in. All right. So, oh, good. That fills the page nicely. I like the colors. And you know what I see? I see that the flowers over here, and I might have some space over here to put my words. So you can do one of two things. You can insert the text box and just create a space for you to start typing, or you can go ahead to these shapes and I can use a shape to start my drawing or my putting my text in. So you know what? Pick this circular shape. Maybe I'll make it into an oval, but I don't really like this blue color. It doesn't really go with my picture. So I'm going to go to that paint bucket. It says fill color, and I'm going to find maybe a light purple or something that might go with my theme here. So now that I've got a shape, and remember, a shape is a text box. Every shape you choose is a text box. So I double click and I can start typing. I have already copied my text, so I'm going to paste in my text. Uh-oh, it doesn't fit. So I have two things I can do. I can either make my drawing bigger or wider, or I can change the size of the font. Something I want to remember is that I need to have a title to my poem. And I need to make sure that I have my name on it somewhere. Make sure that it is not your first and last name because we do want to think about safety and security while we're posting things on the internet. So either your initials or your first name only. I don't like how lilac is over here. I'm going to try to put it in the middle. So I'm going to go to the align tool and I'm going to put it right in the middle. I'll probably do the same thing with my by Lindsay. So I'm going to highlight it. Make sure I get everything in that line, go to align and put it in the middle. Okay, so I've got my poem, and you know what? Maybe I want to change the font color. So I go ahead and you see where it says A here, it says text color. Then I can experiment with some of the text colors. Oh, I like the way that looks. All right. So here's what I can do for my final poem. I have a picture and I have my text. Before I've decided that's it, I'm done, it's perfect, I'm going to make sure it is. So I'm going to read through and I'm going to make sure that every capital, period, comma, space, spelling is 100% the way I want it. Now, I might grab my mom or babysitter or older brother or sister, and I might have them do a read through. Say, Mom, does this look all right? Is there anything that you suggest? And of course, your teachers are going to be here to help you revise and edit. So, your job, third graders, for today, Thursday, is to make your Google Drawing in your writing folder just the way you want it. So you have Thursday, and we're also going to give you Friday. So by the end of the day, Friday, have this just the way you want it. Your teachers are going to look it over the weekend and make sure if they have any comments, they're going to give you time to revise. And then on Monday, you will be posting this to Padlet, and that's when I'll have another video ready for you on how to post to Padlet. So, third graders, I cannot wait to see your beautiful poetry and your Google drawings that you create. Remember, the art should reflect the meaning of your poem, highlight your poem's beauty, and all the hard work you've put into this poetry unit. So, good luck, third graders. We look forward to seeing your Google drawings.